All right.
Look,
all
he's
right.
ready to do an intro. Oh my God, he's growing. Look at
Hey guys, how you doing, Zachary? Hello. All right, all right, y'all. All right, so now this next segment that we're gonna do this week is called More Memorable. So the way that this joint is gonna go is I'm gonna throw out a sports scenario, two sports scenarios, in fact, and we just gonna talk about what, in terms of what we think is more memorable. It's fairly simple.
All right.
And then, maybe going forward, I'll throw a little anime in there, and then, then we'll really get spicy in this shit.
That'll be fun.
We can just throw in fucking everything at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, there's not a lot of sports news.
We don't got nothing
we got
to-
something to play with it and
Yeah.
check it out.
All right.
If
So,
it's not sports, Matt's part of it.
love to see it. All right, y'all. All right, first one. Start off kind of. So 2016 NCAA final. Chris Jenkins hitting the shot for the win, or 2019 Eastern Conference semifinals. Kawhi Leonard buzzer beater game 7.
Kawhi.
Yeah, definitely Kawhi. Just
Nothing
Yeah.
beats a game 7.
and because of the way it bounced on the rim, it knocked out the Sixers. It gave you
Embiid
iconic
crying.
Embiid crying, the Kawhi Leonard actual smile for the first time. It was the Toronto Raptors. It meant a lot more. I mean, the Chris Jenkins thing was crazy, but
Nah,
My
bro.
thing is, how many NCAA champions get forgotten?
Bro, I don't know. And it's also might be recency bias too, but I think that one, that specific NCAA final, I'll always remember just because of that game winner. I feel like everybody knows exactly where they was.
You know-
I was with John. I was with
Yeah, I know.
you. Yeah, we was right next to each other going crazy because that shit was like that.
you know,
And I guess, like, also March Madness does appeal to more casual fans.
Mhm.
It was dope. My thing is just like the next year, it's just like, oh yeah, the Villanova won last year. You know what I mean? Like that's my thing. It's just the way March Madness turnover. I feel like you have a bigger impact winning. The fact that the Raptors won the championship that year adds to it. So that adds to the legend, and that's why it grows.
I think it's just more from a photographic standpoint, iconic. I mean, to be honest, I think the Gordon Hayward missed 3 at the end of the NCAA finals was more memorable than Chris Jenkins. Not to take anything away from him.
I feel like
No
if Chris
way.
Jenkins became a bigger player, it might have meant more.
Yes.
No, I mean, well,
I think
yeah,
so.
I mean, definitely for sure. But I mean, we just comparing the moment, bro. Like to win the NCAA championship. What do y'all? And it kind of goes back to like the philosophical. Like, what do y'all think is more difficult, March Madness or NBA playoff run?
Mhm.
Both tough things, but in a field of 64 where anything can happen, and even think about like minutes before that when homie or UNC
Justin
hit
Jackson hit that. shot.
Marcus Page.
that. Yeah, when
Oh,
exactly
yeah,
when,
that's right.
when Marcus Page
He's
hit
crazy, and that was going to be the shot that everybody talked about.
Exactly,
Did
bro.
you did you hear about that with Jalen Brunson when they were showing reruns of UNC losing like that championship? Jalen Brunson tried to FaceTime Justin Jackson, and he just kept denying it.
Yeah, not for sure. I don't know, but I think definitely Chris Jenkins hitting that shot was one of the most ridiculous things. No, I'm not taking away from Kawhi, but just off the strength of winning the championship.
No,
bro.
definitely a huge one. I do kind of agree with John. I think if Chris Jenkins became a little bit bigger, like in the NBA,
Yeah.
I think we'd talk about it or remember it more. Like, because every time you see him on TV, you're like, yo, remember when Chris Jenkins hit that?
Mhm.
But I think I always see, maybe it is the recency bias, but I feel like I see more content of like Kawhi's shot.
I just think the Raptors championship meant more. That cemented Kawhi's legend. That helped the Raptors. Like that just had a larger impact
Mhm.
outside of just that game than the Chris Jenkins shot.
I will say on the college aspect though, it did cement
Nova.
Nova's what's his name?
They won another one.
Jay Wright?
Yeah, Jay Wright.
It cemented his legacy because it was their first championship since Rolly Massimino.
Mm.
So
And then he won another
then
one.
he won another one. So it kind of like maybe that dilutes it a little bit.
Yeah,
but
that could,
but I see where Miles is coming from. Though.
yeah. All right.
Because
So
I mean, you can like how many championships were won? National championships were won
by a game
on a
winner,
buzzer
yeah.
on a buzzer beater from 3.
A crew divided here. All right. What's the next question?
All right, for sure. All right. This one's definitely gonna have us divided. All right. 2016 NBA Finals, LeBron coming back down 3-1. 2017 Super Bowl, Brady coming back from 28 to 3.
Ooh, that's tough.
LeBron.
Yeah. I'm a rock with Brady on this.
You know why?
We'll
All right. Yeah.
yeah.
I'd say I'm gonna go Brady. the Patriots coming back from 28-3. Like you can barely do that
No,
in a
I
regular
agree.
game.
You want to know why?
Yeah, you go first, and then
The reason why I feel like LeBron's thing is better, it's Cleveland's championship, Cleveland's first championship.
Yep.
That's first of all. Second of all, the Pats have a winning culture, and then also it was the fact that they beat the greatest regular season team of all time. So that's why I feel like that's where it comes down to. And then in that, don't get me wrong, like I was always a proponent of Brady's great, and I still say he's just some quarterback. I don't think he's more talented than other quarterbacks, but I still look at him as a GOAT because of the winning. That was him. Just like you don't take your foot off the gas against the Patriots. You don't, and that was a perfect example. And it just showed how a young defense that the Falcons had, they let up, they choked, they collapsed, and then also the offense was just like, what the fuck's gonna happen? But I just think that LeBron's was so much bigger for LeBron, for Cleveland, for the fucking world, for beating the Warriors. Like, if that doesn't happen, does KD sign to the Warriors the next year?
it's a valid point.
Yeah, these are good questions.
The main difference with Brady and LeBron is that when LeBron was down 3-1, nobody was rooting for him to lose. Everybody wanted LeBron to come back to win. Brady took all our hearts that night when he came back down 28-3, and because we was like, all right, this shit is over. He threw that pick six to Desmond Trufant. I'm like, bro, that's it. Like this, there's no way he's coming.
He got traded, right? To the Lions, I think.
Trufant is now not on the Falcons.
He's on the Lions, I think, now.
Yeah.
Because that's when
I don't think
Darius Slay was like, I can leave now.
Is it? All right, we got fact check that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, it is. Yes,
okay,
it is.
yeah, for sure. After he threw that pick six, I was like, bro, this game is over. I remember watching in my basement. I'm like, nah, there's no way he's coming back. And then it's just the little subtleties. And aside Falcons offensive side in there, Kyle Shanahan aside, you can't even lie. Brady was really doing his thing on the offensive side. Like he was diamond. And there was times when the Falcons defense had plenty of opportunities to take away. You remember that Julian Edelman throw where he kind of like caught it but almost dropped it? That was about to be another interception that was dropped. But at the same time, you saw how the offense was moving, and James White was cooling as well. That's another thing that's never really talked about. But Brady was really leading these dudes. I don't know. And to be down 3 scores in football and coming back in the second half, not even that this is happening in the first half. You're down 28-3 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. I don't know, bro. That's tough. A lot got to go right, but
yeah, no, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. But I just think
28-3, 28 minus 3 is 25. That most you can get on a possession is 8 points.
That's the fourth.
So four in the third with like 7 minutes to go in the third.
It's absolutely wild. And I also just think that the LeBron block too happened in that.
The LeBron block is bigger than I guess the most memorable play in the 28-3 comeback was Edelman catching the ball off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The LeBron block supersedes that.
Oh, easily. That's
Hands
probably
down.
one of the greatest sports highlights we've ever seen.
I think the comeback is what put Brady as the quote unquote GOAT in the NFL, because up until then he had 3, right? And if he lost that, he would have been 3-3. He'd have been 500 in Super Bowls, right? Because he had the 2 losses to the Giants. I think that did a bigger thing for.
Nah, that was 5. That was 5.
That was 5.
That was 5.
What was the? Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
That was 5.
I just think that is what cemented him as the GOAT of football, like the GOAT of football. Whereas LeBron's, yes, it got him the championship for Cleveland, but in terms of elevation, and it did raise his stock.
It did.
But you still have the debates of Jordan's the GOAT over LeBron, whereas Brady put that to rest. Like he put the whole thing, even like Peyton was better than Brady. He put that to rest with that.
It was quiet after that.
Like, and don't get me wrong, I hate the Patriots. I hate them with a passion. I've hated them my whole life. But I mean, what LeBron did was amazing. But he also had help. I mean, Kyrie had to put up 41 as well. You know, Kyrie had to hit the shot. It's not like Brady led them on all the drives. Kyrie hit the shot to win the game.
But
It's the same thing.
The reason why you can't make that argument is because Brady only played half of the game.
Yeah, but they had to be perfect on offense.
Yeah, but a team had to come back from 3-1
because
in the NBA Finals.
No, I get that.
You can.
I see that.
That's a very comparable situation.
I see that.
So that's my thing. It's like Brady's not playing defense too.
It's tough.
It is.
Also, this Darius Slay thing is wild. So I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But Did you hear why him and Matt Patricia were beefing?
Nah, why?
Oh no, I heard.
I posted a picture of a receiver and he told me to stop sucking this man's private. Where I'm from, that don't fly. I wouldn't say it to him. I wouldn't say to him, stop you know what to Belichick.
Oof.
What does Patricia? I haven't seen Patricia do anything to Belichick. Even when they shake hands, they don't even like. Look
No,
like
but I'm
they're
saying
friendly.
like he could just be like, oh, this is whatever Belichick was like. He came from the coaching tree. It might just be a hit at him because that's kind of disrespectful.
Well, who was the wide receiver that he posted or something like that? I could see where Patricia's coming from. He just handled that pretty badly. Like I if I was a coach, I'd be like, yo, like why you boosting up people? Especially if it's somebody in like your division or something like that. Like, is it Devontae Adams? Please tell me it's not Devontae Adams.
I don't know.
Nah, it was Damn, that shit crazy. Devontae.
Because like if he's boasting up Devontae, I'm like, yo, that's somebody in your division. Like you can't really be like giving props like that.
Yeah, but you can't be a coach.
You can't, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like you can't be saying like, yo, stop sucking
dick.
Somebody suck that baby's dick. Somebody suck that baby's dick.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I don't
man.
know. I don't know.
That's funny. I mean, Slay's gonna do well on the Eagles though.
The Eagles
so.
fucking need him.
They needed. That was the best pickup. My son Howie was like, "All right, we gonna make a splash." He made a little splash, little light splash.
Oh,
Bro,
boy.
real talk. The Eagles can take the Ravens backups and be a better team.
Nah, no
The
funny
backup
shit.
secondary be a better team.
Oh man. All right. What's the? Is there a third one?
There's a third one. I got a couple actually. On this
Okay.
joint. All right, word. All right. More memorable way to go out: Kobe going out with 60 in a W, or Derek Jeter going out on the walk off.
Definitely Kobe.
Kobe.
Definitely Kobe.
And this is not just because
Not recency bias because we're
This
all
is not
Yankee
recency
fans. We're
bias.
all
Yeah.
huge
Yeah.
Derek Jeter fans. But
Yeah.
I mean, because
Kobe transcended basketball.
like Jeter is beloved, and you know what's crazy? Jeter's only really beloved in New York.
Yeah, nah,
Like, people respect Jeter,
Yeah.
but people outside of baseball, like not outside of New York, like baseball fans, but they don't like Jeter. They respect him.
Yeah.
People respect and love Kobe. And Stacey 3, I mean, come on, with the nation watching, like because the Jeter walk off was only on the Yes Network.
Nah,
And
it was
then-
on MLB. It was on MLB Network. Bob Costas was covering that game.
They were both,
but it
rigged,
wasn't.
so-
But it wasn't like ESPN.
It
like
wasn't.
the
Yeah,
nation was
no,
watching.
for sure. It wasn't like that
Plus
shit
the
was
Jeter
on
home run was rigged. So
The 3000.
no, the Jeter home run.
The 3000. You talking about?
Yeah, the one
Are you talking about the? Are you talking about
or the one
walk-off?
where the kid robbed the guy on the Orioles from like.
The walk off.
The walk off? That wasn't a home run. That was a single
Oh yeah.
through the first base side.
Oh, you're talking about the. Well, I mean, there's been a lot of memorable Jeter moments if you really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the walk off, the 3000 hit was the home run, the dive into the stands, and then him hitting the home run and the kid reaching over.
Until
Yeah,
you
grab
the
the
most
ball.
iconic Jeter moment was when he fucking was when the dude overthrew the pitcher and then he backed
Oh,
him up
in
and then he tossed
Oakland.
up. Yeah,
Yep.
that shit. That bro. If you've never seen that play, well, I mean, if you never played baseball, it's gonna be really hard for somebody to appreciate that play. But bro, he covered so much ground in that time.
Yo, pull it up. Let's watch it.
Yeah, let's watch this.
Like, did you ever hear Jeremy Giambi's reasoning of why he didn't slide?
Jason Giambi.
No, Jeremy. It was Jeremy Giambi
Yeah.
at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he didn't slide because he never thought in a million years that Jeter would be able to make that play. So he thought he could just score standing up. I remember that play was on like Gatorade commercials and everything. Like,
Yep.
yo, like
This shit was crazy,
Jeets was a problem.
and I don't think in live really does it justice. And let's see, they're gonna give me a bullshit ad.
Then you always have the haters that are like, "Oh, Jeter wasn't the great." Nobody ever claimed that Jeter was the greatest shortstop like of all time. Like to be honest, I thought Nomar Garciaparra was a better all-around shortstop than Jeter. But
Overthrew my son. How do you miss both cutoff men?
Trash. Who threw that?
whoever the right fielder was that year.
That and low key, bro, that tag was pretty underrated too, bro.
Okay, he looks safe.
Nah, he did.
got him on the back of the
He got
leg,
him on the
though.
back of the leg.
And Jeter knew. He knew when he threw it. Yo.
Nigga, Jorge was lit. But anyways, this is not even a play that we're talking about. This is just some crazy shit that he did. But anyways,
I want to know who threw that.
Yeah, definitely Kobe.
Nah, I agree. I mean, it's very tough because like Yankees bias aside, but appreciating both plays. And I mean, you could say recency bias doesn't come into effect, but it kind of does, especially since Kobe's no longer with us. Knowing what we know now, it's like
I still
damn,
think it was bigger even outside of his death.
I don't know. I don't
It was
know.
the most Kobe way for Kobe to go
Yeah.
out.
It
too,
was the most
scoring
Kobe-
63.
Dude, you gotta think
It's
the
a-
world was on fire. In
Yeah,
Kobe's
nah,
last game.
OD, but you also got to think, bro. More people watch basketball than they do baseball. I don't know. It
Hence
really
why it's a bigger moment.
yeah. I mean, it's not. That's not the question. though. It's what's more memorable. It is to you. You know what I'm saying?
And mind you, that was on the night where the Warriors were trying to break the record to go 73
And
and
niggas
9.
didn't.
And,
No one
and people
cared, bro.
tuned out
Bro,
mad
Kanye
quick.
was at the game.
Niggas did not.
Kanye don't be going to games.
Snoop.
Everyone was at the
Wasn't
game.
Hove at the game too?
Everyone was at the game.
Everybody
man,
was at.
The
Everybody was
iconic
at that joint.
Snoop.
Oh wow, we agreed on one.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
we got
Yeah.
another
All
one?
right. So this one is a miscellaneous one. So
Okay.
Matt could get involved in this now.
Lit.
And it's funny because I actually did bring up Kanye. So it's pretty dope. All right. So what's more memorable? Kanye West going on national television saying that George Bush doesn't care about black people. I actually like the Taylor Swift one better. Or him saying that Beyonce had the greatest video at the MTV Awards.
I think the Taylor Swift one for
I
pop
guess
culture purposes.
yeah,
is
Taylor
more
Swift
memorable.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
pop culture purposes, I personally just like, because we used to quote it all the time, the George Bush does not care about black people. And like
Bro.
Chris Tucker's response. But
My son was sick, bro.
My
They
son
call him
Chris Tucker
off
was
guard.
like-
They call
him
him
and Mike
off guard,
Myers
bro.
were like, what?
Yeah, bro.
Like that was crazy, but like as far as pop culture is concerned, I think the Taylor Swift thing is more
Because
memorable.
I
Oh, yeah.
saw the Taylor Swift thing. I didn't see the
Oh, I
George
saw
Bush
I saw
thing,
that
so-
shit. I was at my auntie crib.
Yeah, I didn't see the George Bush either until like after. So yeah, I guess the Taylor Swift's more memorable.
And that was like
because it
all
reached more
anybody was
people.
talking about in high school.
We was
the-
we was also pretty young when the George Bush thing happened, but that
Yeah.
isn't that some shit, bro? You go on national TV saying that George Bush doesn't care.
president-
The
the
president
current
of
president?
the United States. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
need to
that
do
would
that now.
that would yeah. You can't do that now.
I mean, no, we do it now like every day, but just
Yeah,
no one
every-
cares.
I do it
Everyone
every
knows
day on my
it's true.
Yeah,
I'm about
you're
to say,
right.
but nobody was doing that then, and it's just like, yo, with no social media either, it's like, yo, we just looking at Kanye do some Kanye shit.
Yeah, social media wasn't. That was like at the start of social media and stuff starting to pop off.
Mm-hmm.
But that was, yeah, I think the Taylor Swift one's got to be it.
That's just tough, bro. But I'm gonna say, I'm really gonna, even though I didn't live through it, but I don't know.
Does not care about black people.
That's just
That's
out
legendary.
Of, that's just out of pocket, bro. Like anytime you say that, you automatically know, like, oh shit, that's the shit that Kanye said.
yeah.
But then again, yo, like he really violated Taylor Swift shit.
And he had one of like the most fire haircuts of all time at that moment.
Yeah, he did. That was a tough. That was tough.
That was a wild Kanye time.
Yeah, Kanye was on some shit, but I mean, I didn't really, I wasn't really mad at it.
Yeah, that was
That's when my man was saying that you don't have the answers.
no.
That was a little after. That was when that's when Kanye started going on his rants and shit, right?
I don't think so.
What year was that? That was 2000 and
I
what?
think his rants were after.
Whenever
His
Yeezus dropped.
rants were when we were in college.
Nah, bro. Were you sure?
Yeah,
No
Yeezus
way.
dropped in college. No, Yeezus dropped senior year of high school.
Nah, yeah, Yeezus
Listen,
dropped.
he just dropped when I was in college.
Oh, if it dropped when you was in college in that senior
So
year.
I remember listening
Jesus
to
dropped-
it on the way to class.
Yeah, Yeezus dropped the summer going into our senior year of high school. So summer 2013.
Yeah,
Yeezus
bro.
dropped.
I remember, bro, that he was going on his rants then because I went to a Kanye concert my senior year of high school, and that's when he was performing Yeezus. That's when I started to fuck with the album. Yeah, he was on some crazy shit. It was around that time period that's when
That was my virginity the day Yeezus dropped. So that's what I remember.
when was that? That was June 21st or
Wow.
that was June something.
It was that summer.
Damn, I remember it was in like June or some shit. But damn, that shit kind of.
That's an interesting tidbit. See, look at that. We're learning.
I was
a lot about
listening to it on the walk.
it. Oh, on the walk. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't remember what I was listening. Oh, I was listening to sports radio.
You were
Actually,
listening
no.
to sports radio on the way to losing
No.
your virginity.
Sorry, on the way to
Yeah, we'll have to
no, the first
clarify
time. The first time.
Are you actually Mike Francesa? Like, bro, what?
Actually,
You
no.
listening
Sorry.
to sports radio?
I got my times mixed up. Sorry, I was listening to music on the way.